Hi everyone, so I'm back with a great off-campus opportunity, and this one is with Canonical. So if you don't know by now, Canonical is hiring for software engineers right now. So this is a great opportunity for all of you freshers out there that are looking for a job. So in this video, we'll be talking more about the role, we'll be talking about the eligibility, and I'm going to give you a few tips on how to make your application and your resume so that it ends up getting shortlisted. So everything that you need for this is going to be within this video. So make sure to watch the complete video and then apply right away. The link to apply is going to be in the description box and it is live right now. But we don't know how long it's going to stay like that, so try to apply right away. Again, the link is down there in the description box. And if you're someone who's having difficulty in off campus placements, if you keep on applying everywhere and your resume keeps on getting rejected, or you keep on getting rejected in the OA or in the interviews, you don't know how to master DSA, you don't know how to master development, or you have any other sort of issues in your placement journey, your job hunting, or your preparation, then you can connect 21 with me and I'll personally sit with you and we will make a plan together for you that you can follow for the next 3 months or the next 6 months and be able to crack your dream company. So you can connect 21 with me. The link for that is going to be in the description box. Coming back to this opportunity, like I mentioned, Canonical is hiring for graduate software engineer. And the best part is that this is going to be a global remote role. So it's not a role specifically in India, it's going to be global remote, meaning you can work from anywhere in the world, right? How cool is that? You may have like a international trip or a work trip, twice a year or 4 times a year to visit your colleagues or visit your office, but in general it's going to be complete remote. In fact, for this company, majority of the people are working from home, and we all know how rare it is to get a remote job right now. So it's a great opportunity for you to work from your country and earn in dollars. So it's a great opportunity. I highly recommend that all of you guys that are eligible apply for it. So that itself brings me to the eligibility, like who is this exactly for, what year graduates are they exactly looking for in that graduate software engineer tag. So as they've clearly mentioned in their job description, they are looking for 25 and 26 grads. So if you're a software engineer graduating in 25 or 26, then you are basically eligible for this. Okay, they've clearly mentioned this in their JD. I even put this in the title. So again, the eligibility in a single line is going to be, if you've graduated in 2025, if you're graduating in 2026, you are going to be eligible for this. Now let's get into the sort of role that you'll be getting into and the type of work that you'll be doing, right? Because that is the information that will help you in getting shortlisted. Because you have to make your resume, you have to make your portfolio, you have to make your application basically around it. You have to make it a reflection of the JD, you have to make it a reflection of the technical requirements. So whatever they're mentioning, whatever they're asking for should be apparent in your resume, should be apparent in your application, which is something that I always talk about in my videos, right? So you should always do a little bit of research about the company, like what is it that the company is working on, what exactly is it that the company is working with, like what sort of technologies is it working with, what sort of technologies is it working on. So Canonical is a company that is heavily into open source, and they've mentioned a few requirements right in the job description. They have not gone into details, but they have mentioned a few, I would say, surface level requirements. So what I'll be doing again, as usual, I'll be taking out all the requirements and the skills that they have mentioned, the sort of technical things they have mentioned, and I'll be putting it in the description box. From there, you'll be able to understand what it is exactly that they're looking for, and you can sort of try to integrate those things in your resume or in your portfolio, right? But of course, they're going to be looking at your open source contribution. If you have any, it's going to help you a lot. It may not be mandatory, but if you have any open source contribution, even if it is a small contribution, the impact is going to be great. So if you have any open source contributions, mention that. Apart from that, they'll be looking at your GitHub repo for sure. So make sure you have a clean, neat GitHub repo where you have all your projects. Apart from that, your Linux skill, your kernel skills, your Ubuntu skills, all of these things are something that they'll be looking for. In fact, these are the things that they've already mentioned in the JD. So you're going to find these things in the description box. Just have a look at that. You'll understand more about the role and you'll know what to showcase in your resume, so to speak, right? So these will be the skills. You can check them out from the description box and understand them and integrate them in your resume. But of course, do not integrate in your resume just for the sake of it. You have to be knowing the thing first, right? So you can learn and then put, that is fine. Or if you're learning something, you can still put, but it should not be blindsided that you just put anything, just for the sake of getting shortlisted. It should not be like that, right? So again, you can also go through the JD yourself. The link to apply, of course, is going to be in the description box. From there, you can also get to know about the JD. And one more thing I want to talk about is that the application, right? And I always again mention this in my videos. Whenever it's something simple like giving your resume, that is fine. But whenever you have a long application, where you have a variety of open-ended questions like how good are you at this, or tell us some projects you're proud of, what projects have you worked in the past. These open-ended questions matter a lot. So make sure that you answer them well, even if they're not required, even if they're not marked as required, you still answer them and answer them to the best of your knowledge. These are the places where you have to flex a little bit. Okay. So whatever open-ended questions are there, make sure that you answer them properly, make sure that you answer them the right way. Okay. And just flex a little bit. Of course, no need to lie, no need to be dishonest about your application, but you have to showcase things, right? You have to sell yourself, sort of. Same thing for your resume, right? If you have any achievements, if you have anything that can be considered remotely an achievement, like a hackathon, open source contribution, or some certification that you did around the topics that they're mentioning, mention that. Surely that is going to give you a great boost in getting shortlisted. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a great opportunity, a great remote opportunity. Make sure that you apply for it if you're eligible. Link again is in the description box. And if you have any other doubts, let me know in the comments, and make sure that you're subscribed. Turn the notifications on so you do not miss out on any of the openings that I post, and you're able to apply right away. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Let's see you guys in the next video.